This is a story of Sarah and Jamie, strangers living in the same city, trying to make sense of life on their own, just waiting to make a breakthrough to the next level. One day, they would be destined to come together as soulmates, but that is a chapter for another time. This is the story of how Sarah and Jamie each rose to fortune, because we are very interested in how they did it. For they both say they used the law of attraction and manifested their new wealth using positive thoughts and emotions. So let's go back to the slice of time when Sarah and Jamie were still on their way to getting wealthy, but they didn't know it yet. Let's go back to when they were struggling and see how they were already empowering their minds with enriching thoughts. Let's see how that even when they thought they were making no material progress, they were already creating the consciousness that would bring incredible abundance. We also discover how Sarah and Jamie met for the first time, though neither understood the great significance of that meeting. On this evening, Jamie was ending his day with what he called self-improvement mental gymnastics, reading aloud some notes he had made from books that taught him that wealth could be attracted with an attitude of positive expectations. He didn't know if it was possible to attract money just like that, but he figured that it was worth a good try. He saw himself as an entrepreneur, someone who could be really rich. The law of attraction sounded good. You make the mind into this magnet or antenna to money by making the thought patterns of wealth. He wanted that the first thing he thought about in the morning and the last thing at night was that he was a successful entrepreneur. So he read books, listened to videos and recordings on the law of attraction and the millionaire mindset, attempting to keep it in his thoughts all day. Jamie was ambitious to change, so he tried to be as diligent as possible, to really give manifesting wealth a serious effort. He wasn't driven by greed, and he was not a money-obsessed person. Normally, he loved to relax and have fun, but he wanted to express his inner soul. He wanted to make a difference in this world. He wanted to make a positive impact, to create something. He was ready to live an inspired life, and if wealth was the result, then all the better. There were some affirmations, some quotations and key parts that he'd noted down. He called it his manifesto, and he recited it aloud whenever he had some free time and before bed. At this time, he had just made some herbal tea and now took a sip The taste of the tea was soothing, and the warmth allowed all the muscles of his body to decontract, and he was glad that it had a powerful sleep effect on him. Just the scent of the tea alone made him think of the warm covers and dozing off, like it was time to just let go of the day and just drift into the night. During the day, Jamie was all hustle, tense, taking care of his work and daily affairs. But he could just relax and let go of that now. Just let it drop away and drift, and he could feel his stomach muscles loosen and relax. He took a deep breath in and sighed slowly out the exhale, any tension just slipping away. It's time to just focus on the present. Focus upon the words he was about to read, feeling the relaxing tea, and just noticing how it shifted his consciousness into a slower gear, calming down for the night. He just wanted that his mind just slow down and go blank, and to let all of his thoughts clear away, to let his emotions calm, so that he could really absorb the following information like an empty sponge. He read aloud, listening to the tone of the voice, making him sound authentic and 100% convinced. You are constantly changing, adopting new ideas, stepping beyond your boundaries. Your innermost vision of yourself is wealthy and successful. You are someone who puts themselves out there. You are creative and you are daring. You are molding yourself into a higher earning self. You are entrepreneurial. You love to take a piece of the changing world and turn it into money. Opportunities are everywhere. You are clever to adapt to new situations. You are like a tiger pouncing when you find a profitable niche. Jamie paused and visualized himself as a tiger, jumping on a big stuffed animal which explodes, and the stuffing, which is $100 bills, go flying everywhere. He smiled to himself and continued, "Your soul is bold. You are put on this earth to prosper. The economy is always good in your world. There are always major opportunities just sitting there waiting for you. Your energy is proactive. You give value. You are generous with your time and yourself. You are charismatic. People see that you mean business. People perceive you as a success because you project the energy field of someone who is unstoppably motivated. Across town, Sarah had just arrived home to her one-room apartment. Sarah worked late at a local cafe as a barista and waitress. It was long hours. She knew that she had to somehow change her life, but at the moment, she was just too busy, just keeping up to her current schedule. It was after work. She had just done shopping on the way home, paid a parking ticket, picked up her dry cleaning, and brought a package to her neighbor who was too infirmed to leave their apartment. That after a full day on her feet of serving customers. It was a cold night. She was mentally and physically exhausted. Sarah was more sensitive to the cold weather than the average person, but she had strategies to keep her warm. One of these was a relaxing warm bath with candles, bubbles, incense, and soft music. It was a step-by-step relaxing experience. All the muscles, nerves, and fibers of the body relax. All of the cells of the body relax. The senses relax. And with the smells of the incense, she just relaxes deeper. With the sounds of the soft music, she relaxes deeper. The bubbles on the surface of the water allow her mind to just go deeper, deeper and deeper into a warm, comfortable state of complete relaxation. The body feeling soft and heavy, the body calm and comfortable. The wonderful spa bath just took her mind into a peaceful place of serenity. She just let thoughts go. She just let emotions drop away. Let it all go. Any negativity just gets pushed out, removed, and dissolved. No memories, nothing to think, only listening to the sounds of the bath, the water, the music. Stay in the present. Stay in the now. Her meditation teacher had given her a technique of counting from 5 down to 1. And with every count, just saying relax, relax. So she started 5, relax, relax. 4, relax, relax. 3, relax, relax. 2, relax, relax. 1, relax, relax. Really letting go, really giving in to the wonderful warmth of soaking. Now that she felt completely and totally relaxed, mind and body, and with each breath she took, she relaxed down deeper. From a piece of paper taped to the wall, she read aloud some affirmations she had copied from a website to help her mind stay positive. She read, "Amazing opportunities exist for me in every aspect of my life. I am unique, and I have so much to offer the world. I believe that I am enough. I am confident, smart, and able. I respect myself deeply. It is enough that I have done my best. I have the power to change myself. I create the life that I want. I am a powerful creator." At the same time, across town, coincidentally, Jamie was repeating affirmations. "You are charismatic. People see that you mean business. People perceive you as a success because you project the energy field of someone who is unstoppably motivated." Jamie paused again, thinking, what does my energy look like to other people? Does it look like unstoppably motivated? He would have to work on that. He felt just like a regular person. He wanted to feel as he did when he was very motivated, when positive energy just seemed to blast through any doubts or hesitations, like when he was confident and on a roll. The next time he saw a motivated-looking person, he would copy their energy because he needed to feel that deep-level motivation, as if motivation permeates all the cells of his body. He wanted to blast through doubts and hesitation, like Steve Jobs, who created a vision and kept that vision solid as a rock until all other people were able to see it too. Steve Jobs took his imaginings and made it solid physical truth, somehow inspiring people to help him accomplish his vision. Steve Jobs manifested Apple using the law of attraction because of his ability to believe in his imaginings. Jamie made a mental note, watch videos, and reread books of Steve Jobs and get into that vibration. Jamie continued reciting his notes. People see that you mean business. You let optimism and strength guide you. You were born with certain strengths, and you use them. You over-deliver because you love expressing your best self. You cut through problems and challenges like a hot knife through butter. They are game for you. You see mistakes as learning opportunities. Meanwhile, Sarah was reciting aloud in her bathtub, soaking in the bubbles. I choose to be happy right now. I love my life. I am passionate. I am outrageously enthusiastic and inspire others. I appreciate everything I have. I live in joy. I surround myself with people who bring out the best in me. Sarah paused here, thinking about her job at the cafe, the boss who was lazy and made her do all the work, her coworker, an aspiring actress, moody and dark, and whose conversation of complaints left her feeling tired and upset. Her few friends were little better. She wished that she could find some friends who would bring out the best in her. Nevertheless, she enjoyed the cafe work. Particularly, she liked to make the coffees, especially sending the steam through milk, the sound that it made, and seeing it froth up to make bubbly milk foam. She took daily pleasure in making little designs in the frothy milk in the coffee cup to match the customer. She used her own intuition. She would make a zigzag design in a cappuccino for one person, a plus sign for another, a circle, a happy face. With the milk foam, she would draw things like a spiral, a little snail, a cloud, some lips, letters of the alphabet. Sometimes the milk foam represented her own inner happiness, and she hoped that the person who drank the milk foam would taste some happiness. But in particular, she also drew little hearts, but she saved her heart designs for very special occasions. In fact, she had made a heart design that very day for a customer. Though she did not understand why, she just felt like it. She didn't know it at the time, but it was Jamie, someone she was meant to meet in the future, with whom she had a destiny. That simple heart design in the milk froth, in fact, had created a stronger energetic link between the two, and it was that would ultimately bring them together. Such is the mystery and beauty of the universe in which we live. Sarah continued, I can choose happiness whenever I wish, no matter what the circumstances. I am flexible and open to change in every aspect of my life. Yes, thought Sarah, I am open to change. Change, please come. I am open to you. Sarah watched the candle burn and addressed the steam rising from her bath. I am open to change. I welcome change. I allow it. I will say yes to life. I will allow opportunities to happen. Maybe in the past I would hesitate. Maybe in the past I would prefer the comfort of familiarity, of boundaries, but now I am ready. I'm really ready. Not just half ready or pretend ready, but ready in the bones and marrow. Let me be ready when opportunity comes. Let me be ready because I am really ready. At the same time, across town, Jamie was repeating, people see you mean business. You let optimism and strength guide you. You were born with certain strengths, and you use them. You over-deliver because you love expressing your best self. You cut through problems and challenges like a hot knife through butter. You see mistakes as learning opportunities. Jamie paused, lost in some memories that had come up. He had had some businesses that didn't pan out. They were bittersweet memories. The electronics gadget stand, wrong location, experience. It's true, you could not get those kinds of experiences if you paid the best business school in the country. Confidence comes with trying and failing. He learned about wholesaling, marketing, commercial real estate. He learned a bunch of things, and a bunch of things he wouldn't do again. He had made some crucial errors, and the weather didn't cooperate during his main 4th of July sales event. A memory came back of minding a stand in the middle of a field, stocked full with merchandise to sell, but not even a dog in sight. Rain pouring everywhere, even sideways into his stand, ruining his electronics and soaking the packaging. Let's not go down this road, Jamie. He turned his mind back to his notes. Trips down memory lane are fine, but if anything was to take up space in his brain, he wanted it to be positive and constructive. The thoughts I have in my mind at every moment counts. When I replace a negative thought with a constructive thought, it's like winning twice. One victory is over negativity, and the other is the victory of having a potential useful thought. He smiled to himself at his dual victory. It's like winning the gold and silver medal. It's like standing on the podium, taking up 2 places. You rid yourself of a negative thought. You gain not just any thought, but a positive thought that might improve his life someday. I could do this all day, Jamie mused. I get another victory for this realization. I not only displace a negative thought, get a positive thought, but I also see how I am in control of my mind, and I let it work for me like a tool. Another victory. 3 victories in 1. That's why you call it self-improvement mental gymnastics. If I could think positive thoughts all day and get rid of negative ones, I could stay on this mental podium all day, just giving myself medals and more medals, a positive feedback loop. Jamie put away his notes, shut off the lights, and went to bed. Sometimes he was too anxious and worried to sleep. Sometimes he would lay there and fret about minor things as if they were important issues. But he was learning to shut that off. He knew what to expect and was already prepared for it. He learned to ignore it all until the next day, letting the soft pillow and covers take him into a warm, comfortable, relaxed state. He wanted to relax even deeper, to connect with his unconscious mind, using a self-hypnosis relaxation technique. Because the deeper you connect with your unconscious mind, the more you go into a state of subconscious learning, where it's simply easier to change your thought patterns the way you want them. He started mentally reciting the self-hypnosis like this. Feel your feet. Let all the muscles of your feet soften. Feel your feet loosen and relax. Feel your ankles. Let all the muscles of your ankles soften. Feel your ankles loosen and relax. Feel your lower legs. Let all the muscles of your lower legs soften. Feel your lower legs loosen and relax. Feel your upper legs. Let all the muscles of your upper legs soften. Feel your upper legs loosen and relax. Feel your hips. Let all the muscles of your hips soften. Feel your hips loosen and relax. Feel your stomach. Let all the muscles of your stomach soften. Feel your stomach loosen and relax. Feel your chest. Let all the muscles of your chest soften. Feel your chest loosen and relax. Feel your back. Let all the muscles of your back soften. Feel your back loosen and relax. Feel your arms. Let all the muscles of your arms soften. Feel your arms loosen and relax. Feel your hands. Let all the muscles of your hands soften. Feel your hands loosen and relax. Feel your neck and shoulders. Let all the muscles of your neck and shoulders relax. Feel your neck and shoulders loosen and relax. Feel your head. Let all the muscles of your head soften. Feel your head loosen and relax. He felt very relaxed and calm. Thoughts just came on their own at this deeper level of consciousness. Jamie next practiced his gratitude. Gratitude was his favorite. It is impossible to be in a bad mood if you repeat a long list of gratitude thoughts. It just has some strange power. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. And pretty soon, you feel good about your life. He had read that it was so important to start and end the day positively, and gratitude was the easiest way for him to get there. Thoughts just came naturally to him. I am thankful for this body. I'm thankful for my natural abilities. I am thankful for all of my education and experiences that led me to this moment. I am thankful for this room and its contents. I am grateful for the bed. I am grateful for my friends, this city. It's all a gift. The universe doesn't owe me anything, so I am grateful for all the things that I have. I'm grateful for my job that pays for my life. I'm grateful for the opportunity to look for a better life because I am grateful to live in a country where people are free. I'm grateful for the air to breathe, that I can breathe. I'm grateful for all the abundance I now enjoy and all the abundance coming to me soon. I remember to be grateful and generous to others. I spread wealth, and wealth comes to me. I am a money magnet. Money flows to me naturally. Now Jamie started imagining himself as a magnet, or a person with magnetic qualities to money. Money was sitting in banks, wallets, drawers, on computers, but it was already attracted to him. Something in the atoms of the money was getting attracted to him. There was no scientific reason for it, but he was a magnet for money. Somehow, the money had its own personality or will, and it wanted to go towards Jamie. It wanted to get close to him. In his reverie, Jamie was acting natural, as if money normally behaved this way, as if in the universe, money simply was always moving towards him, favoring him. In his reverie, Jamie was sitting in a cafe, sipping a hot drink, not focused on anything in particular, except on how good the drink was. He noticed the cute barista who had made the drink, and he kept his gaze on her. He wasn't sure if it was someone he knew, but somehow she seemed familiar. Yet money was creeping towards him in abstract ways. Money is an abstract thing, some kind of measurement of some value, yet it has a personality. Money has its own spirit. Money was just attracted to Jamie. He was a money magnet. A kind of goal for money was to present itself to Jamie. So money was always lurking around, waiting for opportunities to come to him. Money was at the ready for his giving it the opportunity to come into his life. But money couldn't just stand hanging about patiently waiting, so it ever so gently moved at a subatomic level towards him, at the level of creation, before the present moment forms into material reality. Money was already longing for him. Shifting circumstances to get closer to the money magnet person. So even before time happens, money was on the move, manifesting the world to get closer to the magnetic consciousness of Jamie, all because he was diligently sending off signals of gratitude, abundance, and positive thoughts, all because Jamie took the time to use the law of attraction, put himself into a relaxed state, and was mindful of his thoughts. And as his thoughts drifted, reality drifted into place. Think of money as a person who really wants to meet you, and therefore sits themselves down next to you whenever they can. or they stand in line at a grocery store, as if nonchalantly behind you, or the next time you need a helper, money is right on the spot, offering to help. This is the way money wants to be with a money magnet. This is the way money will be with those who use the law of attraction. Money takes on a kind of charge that makes you irresistible to it. Any amount of money, a large mountain of money, it's all the same because it craves the money magnet. Mountains and mountains of money are irresistibly moving towards you as if you were their lost soul mate. Money sees you as a kind of love, but that love is the force of the universe, the building blocks of the material world, all part of a vast consciousness. It is no exaggeration to say that money loves you. It is not overstating. It is simply a fact that it wants to be with you in pure mutual enjoyment, because you magnetize it with your thoughts. Language is crude and cannot explain the complexities of all the subtle levels of higher consciousness and the spiritual planes. We can use these metaphors. See yourself as a money magnet, and money is a pile of metal filings. Now feel the pull that you exert to the money. Imagine the metal filings have a personality that just wants ever so much to get closer to the magnet. Imagine the metal filings are so very attracted to the magnet that all it wants to do is to get closer to the magnet. All this money having only thoughts of you, just wanting to be nearer to you. Sense the attractive pull that you have on money, and how much money wants to come closer to you as its only mission, its highest purpose, its deepest yearning to get closer to you. As Jamie's consciousness sank deeper and deeper into a state of dreaming, Sarah was still in her bath paradise, saying the words, "Being confident in myself comes naturally to me. It is enough that I have done my best. I have the power to change myself. Whatever I am now is perfectly fine, even as I evolve and grow. Speaking my mind with confidence is something I normally do. Amazing opportunities exist for me in every aspect of life. I am unique, and I have so much to offer the world. I am a powerful creator. I create the life that I want. I believe that I am enough. I am confident, smart, and able. Sarah pondered her self-confidence issues. She had struggled with her self-esteem since she was a teen, even though most people thought she was confident. Inwardly, she was sometimes fighting a battle. Sarah knew that if she was to get past this key issue, she could rise like the morning sun. She would create so much light and beauty in the world, and people would reward her with so much abundance. Sarah was clever, she was hard-working, and she had a good business mind. She had what it took to be a great businesswoman, boss, manager. In fact, people looked up to her. She did not have a degree in business, but she had instinct, intuition, and she could create. She could do many things and look good doing them. Sarah resolved to really key in on this issue of confidence. Let's go back to square one, she thought to herself. I want the thoughts and feelings of confidence, and if I have to stay in this tub all night, I will reprogram my mind to more confidence. She took a deep breath and started her meditation technique again. 5. Relax, relax. 4. Relax, relax. 3. Relax, relax. 2. Relax, relax. 1. Relax, relax. I respect myself deeply. I surround myself with people who bring out the best in me. It's okay to make mistakes. They are opportunities to learn. I have integrity. I am totally reliable. I do what I say. I treat myself and everyone else with kindness and respect. I bring out the best in other people. Being confident in myself comes naturally to me. Speaking my mind with confidence is something I normally do. My mind is filled only with loving, healthy, positive, and prosperous thoughts, which ultimately are converted into my life experiences. I am never alone. The universe supports me and is with me at every step. Sarah was always comforted by the thought of never being alone, that the universe was keeping an eye on her and taking care of her, but keeping all of its help secret. She imagined herself surrounded by angelic helpers, sending love down to her from their higher heavens. Sarah finished her bath and went to bed. It didn't take long to relax down, drifting comfortably and contentedly. She reached a point of reverie between consciousness and dreaming. She thought that she was awake, but in fact the dream-like landscape was already taking over. When you go to sleep, dreaming subtly takes over without your even noticing it transition. You just find yourself thinking thoughts that were related but quite distant from your original thoughts. And it feels good because dreaming releases you from the normal mind and allows all the concerns of the day to fade away, disappear, and puts you into a quite another place. As you go down some different path of dream, adventure, and discovery, but you think that you may be conscious and everything is happening in your mind is real, but it is simply your mind making pictures and sounds on their own. You may think that you are awake and somehow sitting in a large grass field, for example, with balloons flying up into the sky over the treetops, and there is a pond nearby with ducks chasing after pieces of torn bread. Maybe a dozen ducks, complete with baby ducklings that struggle to follow along and get some bread. And some person is tearing pieces of bread and throwing them into the pond. That person was sure to throw some bits directly to the baby ducks, so the baby ducks would have a chance to get at the bread. The ducks are all happy. The person feeding the ducks is happy, and you are happy. The moment you start noticing the ducks and the bread and the balloons that were released and are now flying overhead, you are already dreaming. You have already stepped into a different world. But where did the ducks come from? Why is there balloons floating over your consciousness? And what do they mean, if anything? Why did that come to mind at all? In fact, before she started dreaming, Sarah was thinking about a house that she would eventually like to have. She didn't mind her apartment. She was happy to have it so close to the city, but she dreamed of a house like the one she grew up in, with a grassy yard, a garden with vegetables and flowers, she could take a trip down the garden path of her dream house, noticing the sweet scents of the flowers. She could see the progress of the plants as they grew bigger and bigger into the summer. She could stoop down and pick a vegetable that was ready. Of course, she would bring a watering can and give each plant something to drink. The warmth of the sunlight as it grows stronger in the afternoon, the sounds of the birds making a chorus of chirping. She could smell the scents of the herbs, basil, rosemary, sage. As she strode through the garden, she could pick out weeds and clean up the edges of the path, making the garden look tended to. The house stood not far away, representing permanence, shelter, security that will last through her life and through the lives of those who came after. She would paint the house frequently, changing the colors every few years, sometimes to match the fashions of the time, sometimes to match her moods and the feelings that she wanted to represent her. She visualized the house, one time a bright, cheery color like blue, another time a relaxing beige. Then the color changed to a solid dark forest green, then back to a brighter milky peach, like one finds in the Mediterranean towns in Italy and France. Her dream house was not large. It did not have to be a mansion, but it had to be a home. She could feel comfortable and secure. She could be herself and also develop and grow. She could cook wonderful meals in the kitchen, and it was large enough to really spend time being creative. So there would be a large kitchen, outfitted and spacious. Of course, some nice music playing in the background to inspire her and lift the mood of the entire house. Sarah continued pondering the details of her future home, such as the ideal location, how many rooms, also the design and what furniture she wanted. And through this, she was attracting the wealth that would allow her to create this dream into material reality. The money was marching towards her little by little, streaming towards her drop by drop, simply because she needed it in order to make this home a reality, and because she believed in that house. She made it real in her thoughts. The universe answers. It provides a path. When you call to it with your creative thoughts, it may be that Sarah would have to make some big changes in her career. She would have to cross some new bridges. She would have to be daring. She would need to finally bring out the self-confidence that she was now programming into her mind. She was the biggest key in her own success. She was that spice, that element that was able to assemble all the ingredients into a meal, into joy. Like Jamie, she was magnetizing money through the law of attraction. She was beckoning to money with the things that money finds irresistible, positive thoughts. Money was already plotting and planning how to get closer to her, how to be there for her when she was ready to fully accept it. Already, money was sensing her tip jar, making a jingling sound in a customer's pocket to attract them to put money into the tip jar. Completely obliviously, the customer reaches into his pocket and puts money into the tip jar. It started with Sarah's manifesting thought, then waves of magnetic vibration. Then the material world begins to unfold from the unmanifest and collapses all possibilities around just one. The change jingles as if by chance. The customer feels generous as if by chance, and the money goes towards Sarah. We know that it all seems coincidental, but this is the natural way of the universe. Our thoughts are affecting reality in this seamless way. You would like to shake your head and laugh. This can't be true. This is too crazy. Our thoughts have that much power. Let's just go into the thoughts of the man who just gave Sarah the generous tip and see if we can analyze them step by step. Did his mind get momentarily taken over by strange forces? No. He enjoyed the experience and the little personal touch that the barista gave to the coffee. He felt a moment of gratitude. He also understood that if he spread money around, money will come to him. In fact, he had written down an affirmation similar to that, and his heart was in the right place, grateful, positive, generous. It was several times more than the cost of the coffee, but somehow it felt right. He would reward the barista who draws hearts in her cappuccinos with milk foam. And as you may have already deduced, that man was none other than Jamie, and he had disappeared out the door before Sarah even realized someone had been in front of the counter, for she was paying attention to the coffee machine. Sarah giggled to herself. She had been getting good tips lately. It must be the season. Would she accept that it was her nightly dreamings that had pulled the money to her? Maybe not. Eventually, though, she would have to accept that the universe works in strange and marvelous ways. But precisely how she came to all that wealth is another story. If you had told Sarah at that moment that her soulmate had just walked in and out of the cafe, would she have accepted it? Again, she would laugh. And yet, that is exactly what just happened. And again, that is another chapter yet to be told. So good night for now, my friends. 4. Relax, relax. 3. Relax, relax. 2. Relax, relax. 1.